we got a great video for you. It's Throttle Thursday. We're going to see how badly we can land an airplane and see if we can still survive it. Let's check it out. The thing about flying an airplane, it's really easy. It's very forgiving, but it's all the information around the flying that takes a while to learn and master. As you may know, if you watch this channel, I'm a real-life search and rescue pilot. I fly with the Civil Air Patrol. Right now I'm going to show you how easy and forgiving landing a plane can be, even when things don't go as planned. To do this, I'll fly a simulated approach and landing on this industry standard flight simulator, in my opinion, Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020. As you can see, computer simulations are designed to mimic the experience of flying a real plane. It has all the same controls, instruments, and systems, just like in the real thing. Now I'm going to make a simple approach using a Cessna 172. You can see that I'm following the guidance of the instruments, making small adjustments to my speed and altitude to line up with the runway. As I get closer, I use visual cues like runway lights, runway environment to help guide me in. And there you have it, a perfect landing. But what happens if things don't go as planned? It's not always without incidents. Let's say there's a large gust of wind that throws me off course slightly, and I need to do a go around. Just doesn't look right, not satisfied with the approach, so I have to go around. And this can be a stressful situation. A lot of pilots tend to really want to get the plane down no matter what. But it's always a good idea to go around if it doesn't feel right. So I'll go around and try it again. If there were clouds, that would make it more difficult, but there are ways to use your instruments to get down safely. Now what I mean about it being forgiven is you can land with flaps, without flaps. That's actually something that's trained on during your flight training. Now, as pilots would know, you have to adjust the mixture to full rich when you're coming in for a landing. Now I'm going to try the mixture very well leaned out. Now, it's possible, but it's not a good idea. You don't want to do that in case you do need the extra power. But if it was in an emergency situation, a non-pilot had to land the airplane, it could be done. Here we go. Now this is right at the brink of mixture control here. Any more and the engine would starve of fuel and die out. And there we go. Great landing, but as you saw, the prop just stopped completely as soon as we touched down. It was basically relying on the windmilling, the forward flow of air to keep that propeller spinning, but it still worked. Okay, here's a little test. I just turned off the master, battery, and alternator switches, and just for the heck of it, I turned off one magneto. We're only running on the right magneto now. And what the heck, we'll turn off all the lights. So basically we have no power, no electrical power inside. Let's see if we can land. And lastly, we'll go ahead and shut off the engine. Here we go. See how it works out. So here I'm doing an advanced pilot move called forward slip to landing. I needed to lose a lot of altitude. I was pretty high, my engine went out, and I needed to get on that runway because I don't have any power to go do a go around, try it again. So I needed to make sure I got down and landed. So that forward slip just puts the side of the airplane into the wind and causes it to lose a lot of altitude very quickly. And it worked out great. Landed, walked away. And now here's my impression of someone who has no idea about how to land an airplane would land an airplane, i.e. a very hard landing. Let's see if we can walk away from this. Now that looked terrible, right? But just to show you that the simulator can actually be crashed, I'm going to purposefully cause it to crash, land a little too hard. So you can see that you get bounced around a lot. You may get slightly injured, but the plane can take a good beating to get down to the ground. So here's an intentional actual crash, just to show you that it can happen in a simulator. Now that was a general aviation aircraft used very often in flight training, but for a little bonus, I'm going to also break out the F-16 and try to land that. Much more difficult, but if you have a basic understanding of flight physics, easy to do. There you have it, another great landing. Now it's your turn to try on the simulator. This isn't instruction by any means. I'm not suggesting this in any way. As you can see, landings are very easy, very forgiving to mistakes. Thanks to advanced technology, experienced pilots, and well-established procedures, pilots are well equipped to handle unexpected situations, make safe landings. Thanks for watching. I hope you now have a better understanding how landing a plane works and how safe it is. Safe flying. We'll see you on the next one. Take care.
Altitude. Altitude. Warning, 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 warning. Altitude. Altitude.